Hello y'all, and welcome to another flight report. Today we are flying from Dubai International Airport to Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport. I am currently walking to my connection gate. I just came from my Amman to Dubai flight, and I am now heading to gate A21 for my flight from Dubai to Houston. My gate number is A21 on flight EK211. 5-minute walk from here. Here is our gate, but it looks pretty full. This plane is actually full. There are just barely seats available on economy. Only probably just a couple seats left. But it is very busy here. We do not board until 8:45. It is currently 7:20, so we're here for a while. Here is our plane, Emirates A380-800. A6EUG. It is now time for boarding, 1 hour and 30 minutes before the flight. Very long line. A and F. K. 42 K. What's the difference? Yeah, 1 minute on this side. Yeah.
care of your safety first and then comfort in the cabin is our purser Musa. And Musa is being assisted by senior members of the cabin crew, Marilyn, Anish and Emmanuel. Folks, we have a lovely flight planned for you today. It's going to be 15 hours and 7 minutes. That's 15 hours and 7 minutes flying time to Houston. We're going to start off at 31,000 feet. And once we burn a bit of fuel at that altitude and get a bit lighter, we're going to be able to climb all the way up to 40,000 feet, which will be our final cruising altitude for the flight to Houston. The weather along the flight today looks very, very nice. However, we always like to recommend once you're in your seats, please do keep your seatbelts comfortably fastened around you, just in case we do come upon any unexpected bumps along the way. The weather this afternoon for our arrival into Houston always looking very, very nice. Good visibility, basically clear skies, just a few little clouds in and around Houston Airport, nothing too bad at all, light winds, and a temperature expecting of approximately 34 degrees Celsius, or if you're working in Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. We're just waiting for the last couple of passengers to join us. They're just finishing loading the last little bit of your bags, and we are expecting an on-time departure. If it's not on time, it'll just be about 5 minutes after that. If it's going to be anything longer than that, I'll get back to you with an update. Until then, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight with us. We're real happy to have you aboard Emirates. Folks, also US regulations do require me to inform you that during the flight today, you should not congregate in groups in any areas of the cabin, especially around the lavatories. I would also like to ask you to use only the lavatories dedicated to your class of travel. In addition, just please do observe the seatbelt sign when we do have it on, and refrain from moving about the cabin when the signs are illuminated. Thank you.
Find out what's below, how fast they're flying, and when they'll arrive. Also, enjoy the view of our external cameras. Stay up to date with live TV and news headlines updated throughout the flight. Or connect via mobile data roaming or Wi-Fi and share your journey with family and friends.
Can I grab personnel, please leave the aircraft?
Your seat pocket for brands like Maserati, Creed and Onboard, as well as the Emirates official store. You have now special offers.
مرحبا بكم على بدء هذه الرحلة. نرجو منكم الانتباه الكامل. بل المطار لكم تعليمات السلامة عائدة رحلة الطيران إمارات. مجودا باتباع الأحكام الغزالة والنظام.
We're about to show you the safety features of this Emirates flight, and we need your full attention. Your baggage should be securely stowed in the overhead lockers. If you're in a first-class suite, please use the stowage area provided. In economy class, you may also use the space under the seat in front of you. For takeoff and landing, laptops need to be switched off and stowed correctly. Any mobile phones or tablets should be put into flight mode. After takeoff, we'll let you know when you can turn on Wi-Fi and mobile roaming. If you lose your phone under a seat, ask your cabin crew to help you find it. Do not move.
Hey folks, Captain speaking. Just to keep you updated, I know we're just a little bit past our scheduled departure time. This is to facilitate traffic here in Dubai Airport. It's a bit busy at this time, and it'll probably be another 5 to 7 minutes before it's our turn in the queue to push back. We'll try and make up this time for you during the flight, so not to worry. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it with us. Thank you.
Place the phone and its battery. By now, your TV screen, tray table and footrest should be folded away. Your window blind should be open and your seat in the upright position. Whenever the seatbelt sign is switched on, you should be seated with your seatbelt fastened. Wear it low and tight across your lap and adjust it by pulling the strap. Lift the metal flap to unfasten. We recommend wearing your seatbelt at all times throughout the flight and securing it over your blanket when sleeping, so if needed, we won't have to disturb you. It is illegal to smoke on board, including using or charging electronic smoking devices. All toilets have smoke detectors. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, please brace yourself like this against the seat in front of you. Or where that's not possible, brace by leaning as far forward as you can with your arms tucked under your legs. If necessary, oxygen masks will appear from above you. Pulling the mask towards you starts the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your face and breathe normally. Put your mask on first and then help others. Even if you are a frequent flyer, it's a good idea to read the safety card in your seat pocket. It'll remind you of the safety aspects of this particular aircraft. Take a moment to locate the emergency exit nearest to your seat, which may be behind you. There are 10 emergency exits on the main deck of this Emirates A380. There are 6 emergency exits on the upper deck. If needed, lights at floor level will direct you to the nearest exit. Please remove high-heeled shoes and leave all baggage behind if evacuating. The safety card in your seat pocket shows the life jacket location, under or to the side of your seat. When instructed, remove it from the container and pull it over your head. Bring the tape around your waist and fasten in front, pulling firmly to secure. Only inflate your life jacket when you... In the unlikely event of a landing on water, cabin crew will distribute life jackets for infants and children. Your cabin crew will now pass through the cabin carrying out the final safety check. Enjoy your flight with Emirates.
Alright, so we have just received our lunch 8 hours and 29 minutes before we land. Our second meal. Over here we have grilled chicken with sun-dried tomato pesto, mashed potatoes, and seasonal vegetables. Here we have our strawberry yogurt mousse, topped with strawberry compote and chocolate biscuit crumble. Our appetizer is sweet potato and bean salad. And of course we have our water, my favorite, tomato juice. Looks like some bread roll right here. And some butter, I guess looking like jelly probably, and biscuits. Along with our silverware here. Now time to enjoy. So as we just entered the United States of America airspace, we were treated with an Emirates pizza, vegetarian pizza topped with tomatoes, melted cheese, and oregano. I got myself an orange juice, and you were also given a little napkin. And right now we are going through some turbulence, if you could tell by the orange juice shaking, so let's start eating and drinking before this gets worse.
Just to update you on the flight info, folks, we're just coming up 250 miles from Houston. We're at 40,000 feet, going to be starting our descent here in the next 5 minutes or so. Weather between us and the airport, looking good so far. Just a bit of clouds, a little bit of rainy areas down around Houston. Shouldn't affect us too much for our descent and approach. Right now the weather in Houston on the ground is light winds, clear skies, good visibility, a temperature of 33 degrees Celsius or 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now we're estimating to have you on the ground 20 minutes ahead of schedule at 4:30 local time in Houston. Don't forget to reset your watch at the time in Houston, 9 hours behind the time in Dubai. Once we do touch down, it'll take us about hopefully just about 10 minutes to taxi to the gate, so we should still end up on the stand 10 minutes ahead of schedule. We'd like to take this opportunity now to thank you all very much for choosing Emirates. It certainly has been our pleasure having you on board with us, and we do look forward to seeing you again real soon on another Emirates flight. Until then, From all of us to all of you, do take care and all the best. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cabin crew, be shortly collecting collection envelopes for the Airbus Online Foundation, which shall be traded in need around the world. For more information, you can find who's not in the seat pocket, also find donation envelope. Intend to donate in any currency or online at emiratesonlinefoundation.org. We thank you for your contribution. Arriving in Houston shortly, please attend to your seat. Ensure bags on the seat front of you and overhead locker. Your seat must be upright with armrest down and seat is securely fastened. For the way, tray table and footrest, ensure the blinds are open. Laptops must be switched off and safely stowed. Other electric devices must be in flight mode switched off. Please see the safety card in the seat pocket to make sure where please exit and aircraft safety features.
Folks from Athletic, they had a bit of a change in the wind there on the short finals, and as a safety precaution we decided it's better to abandon the approach, and we are returning now for a second approach. Should be on the ground in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
prepare for landing. التوقيت محلي لشراء الساعة 4:04 إشحال خارجية 33 درجة مئوية. تجب الأحزمة مربوطة إذا تطفئ إشعال الأحزمة كما قال. طلب الأنظمة المحلية في الولايات المتحدة بسبب سفركم وخفائكم مرسومة إذا وجدتم النهائية يجب تسليمها هنا وإجراء المعاملات الجمركية. قد تأخذ مشكلة سفركم مع طيران الإمارات بالتعاون مع جدو. نعتبر رحلتكم أمين على مرة ثانية في المستقبل القريب. شكرا وإلى اللقاء. Welcome to your Intercontinental Airport in Houston, where the local time is 20 to 5. Temperature is 33 degrees Celsius or 93 degrees Fahrenheit. The present seat best line has been switched off. Per US regulations, if you have connecting flight and your bags are tagged to your final destination, you must collect all your bags. On behalf of the Headquartered team, thank you for flying Emirates, a partnership with JetBlue. We hope you enjoyed the flight and look forward to seeing you again soon.